And welcome to the voting session meeting of the Central Valley Board of Education, Thursday, October the 17th, 2024. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the
republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible,
indivisible, liberty, and justice for all. Pam, can you please call roll?
Mr. Analine,
Here.
Ms. Belcastro,
here.
Mr. Bloom,
Here.
Mrs. DeCenzo.
Here.
Mr. McDonald.
Here.
Mr. Moad. Mr. O'Neill.
Here.
Mr. Ross.
Here.
Mr. Ambrose.
Here. Thank you. Welcome.
Yes,
Turn it over to you.
the board held an executive session immediately prior to tonight's meeting to discuss personnel matters and to receive information.
Thank you. Okay, routine items. Any public comments on agenda items only? Seeing none, we'll move on. Thank you. Okay. Number 4, minutes. To approve the voting session minutes from September the 19th, 2024. Do I have a motion on the floor? Mr. Bloom, do I have a second?
So moved.
Mr. Ross? Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody wishing to vote no? Anybody wishing to abstain? Hearing none, the motion carries. Treasurer's report. Mr. O'Neill is our treasurer.
Following bills and reports are submitted for approval. Number 1, confirm the September 2024 general fund payments in the amount of $1,203,487.27. That's on attachment B. Number 2, to confirm the September 2024 cafeteria fund payments in the amount of $9,288.36. Attachment C. Number 3, confirm the September 2024 construction fund payments in the amount of $5,630. Attachment D. Also, we have to approve the September 2024 Berkheimer report. That is on attachment E. I'll make that motion.
Mr. O'Neill, we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second? Seconded by Senzo. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody wishing to vote no? Anybody wishing to abstain? Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda items. Board policy items. Number 1, motion to ratify a settlement agreement with student number 1000347 per the terms and conditions subject to review and approval of the solicitor. Number 2, motion to ratify a settlement agreement with student number 1001341 for the terms and conditions subject to review and approval of the solicitor. Item number 3, motion to approve a settlement agreement with student number 1002309 for the terms and conditions subject to review and approval of the solicitor. Number 4, tax assessment appeal, Beaver Valley Heat Treating. Based on a recommendation of the solicitor, the negotiated settlement reducing the 2024 assessed value from $1,606,500 to $805,900 is hereby approved. Number 5, to approve the exoneration of the collection of unpaid school district real estate taxes due on parcel number 56-183-0179.000 225 Pleasant Drive for the tax years 1987 to 2023. That's found on attachment F. Number 6, motion to approve the addendum as presented to the transportation agreement with ABC Transportation and Fry Transportation to reflect and codify operational agreements of the parties found on attachment G. I so move. We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Bloom. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody wishing to vote no? Anybody wishing to abstain? Hearing none, the motion carries. Item B, negotiation items. Mr. McDonald serves as our chairperson.
Yeah, I'm pleased to announce that we've come to a tentative agreement with the support staff on an early bird contract, and we'll be planning to ratify that at the next voting session.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us.
I'd like to make a comment. First of all, I would like to thank members of the negotiating committee here for the district, as well as Joan for all their work in getting this done. And I also want to thank the CVESP negotiation team for all the work that they did to get this done. It's a fair deal for everyone, and you know it's good to have labor peace in the district. So great job to all those involved.
Okay, thank you. Item C, education items. Ms. Bel Castro serves as our chair.
Number one, to approve and confirm the release time, staff development requests. In the chart, you see in the first column, the conference and the location. In the middle, those individuals who will be attending. And in the third column, the dates those people will be attending those conferences, and so move.
Thank you. So moved by Ms. Belcastro, seconded by Mr. O'Neill. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody wishing to vote no? Anybody wishing to abstain? Hearing none, the motion carries. Item D, technology, back to Mr. McDonald.
We have no items to discuss on the technology side.
Thank you. Item E, athletics. Mr. Ross serves as our chairperson.
Number one, to approve the following winter coaching staff and stipends pending a receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. On your left-hand column, you have the sport coaches and the middle of their position and that coaching staff that they hold. And the stipend is listed on the right-hand side. Two, to approve the resignation as Abby Dobbins, head 8th grade girls basketball coach, effective October 7th, 2024. That would be attachment H. 3, approve Mikey Wells from volunteer coach to the head 8th grade girls basketball coach for the 24-25 season upon receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances, the stipend of $1,000. Anything else, Dr.?
Oh, Mr. Ross, thank you.
Do we have a motion on the floor? Motion.
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Ross, seconded by
McDonald.
Mr. McDonald. I was gonna say Joel, sorry about that. Okay. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody wishing to vote no? Anybody wishing to abstain? And I'd like the record to show that I will be abstaining on this one. So the motion carries. Thank you. Okay, extracurricular activities. Mr. Analine is our chairperson.
I got some field trips coming up. You could see the destination on our left, the group that's heading there in the middle, and then the date on the right.
Thank you. Yep. Appreciate the FYI.
You got it.
Item G, building and grounds. Mr. Senzo is our chair.
To approve, confirm the following building usage requests, and in the chart, that's the building, the organization, date of the usage, and the purpose.
Thank you.
I make the motion.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second? Seconded by Mr. Ross. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody wishing to vote no? Anybody wishing to abstain? Hearing none, the motion carries. Thank you. Item H, personnel items. Mr. Bloom is our chairperson.
Yes, we need to approve the additions to the 2024-2025 BC Fry Transportation Bus Driver Aid List. Pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. Attachment I. Number 2, to approve Courtney Smith as a cafeteria general worker at the rate of $15.59 per hour in accordance with the CVESP agreement effective September 24th, 2024. pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. Number 3, to approve an intermittent FMLA request for an elementary teacher, employee ID 568, from October 1st, 2024 through May 30th, 2025. Number 4, to approve an unpaid leave request for a paraprofessional, employee ID 1712, from October 1st, 2024, January 12th, 2025. And number 5, to approve Nancy Flood as a cafeteria general worker, the rate of $15.59 an hour, in accordance with the CVSD agreement effective on October 28th, 2024, pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. Anything else, Dr. Perry?
That is all, Mr. Bloom.
I so move.
So moved by Mr. Bloom. Do we have a second on the motion? Second by Ms. Belcastro. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody wishing to vote no? Anybody wishing to abstain? Hearing none, the motion carries. Finance item, Mr. Moet is unavailable and Ms. DeCenzo will fill in for you.
One, the motion to approve depository agreement with Zion Bank Corporation National Association and authorize the proper district officials to sign the agreement and all related documents. See attachment J.
Okay.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mr. DeCenzo, seconded by Mr. O'Neill. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody wishing to vote no? Anybody wishing to abstain? Hearing none, the motion carries. Okay, it's your turn now. Public comment. We'll open it up.
Just stand here.
You could stand there, go to the
Go to the
podium.
podium, please.
Yes, I'm Al Swiner from Potter Township, which I think you all know that. And we started last year the process of having the cross-country team come down to our park. And we didn't succeed in getting any events last year, but this year it worked out well. Newsletter I passed out, it has some pictures and has some comments in there, and it was all positive from the opposing coaches I talked to, fans, everybody enjoyed the park, the layout. We had a big barn that all the teams could go up into before the match, and they'd sit and talk. And it just seemed like it worked out well, and we're just hoping to keep there for many years to come if we can keep on scheduling the events down there.
Sure.
And but there was a little trivia in there. Then on the first event on August 19th, there was an event there, cross country, at the high school here on the field. There was a soccer game, and Monaca, there was a soccer game down on the field. So all three, all three of the districts, communities had any sports event going on at the same.
Very interesting. Thank you.
That's a little
Learned that one.
history.
I'll tell you from the district standpoint that we're excited to have a footprint in Potter.
What's that?
I said, we're excited to have a footprint in Potter.
Well, we enjoy having you there, and we hope to keep you there for the future.
Absolutely.
So I thank you very much.
Thank you, Al.
One of 3 supervisors
Correct.
in Potter. Is that correct? And I know you did a lot of homework to get this done for us. And as a board, we really, really appreciate that.
So we all work together to try to get things done, but I know we each have our thing to do, but I
Lived up to the standard Potter and Potter.
yeah. So I thank you again.
Thank you, Al. Okay. All right. Any other public comment? All right, superintendent's comment.
I have nothing.
Nothing? Board member comments. Okay, seeing, go.
Do you have to announce it?
Yep. I was waiting for the board comments. Yeah. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
The board will be going into an executive session immediately after tonight's meeting to discuss personnel matters. We will not be returning for a vote.
Thank you, Falco. Okay, we have a motion to adjourn. Motion by Mr. Bloom. Seconded by Mr. Ross. Adjourn.